My mother is intensely pressuring me to accept her new boyfriend. The hardest part? The day my dad was ripped away, I thought nothing could ever hurt worse. But then a supposed savior walked through our shattered door. And that's when the real nightmare began. A nightmare that would force me to fight for my life, my identity, and my family against a betrayal so deep, it still chills me to my core. I was only 14 when Mom dropped the bombshell. Peter was going to be my new father. New father? It felt like a sick joke. Just 3 months earlier, my real dad, the one who taught me to ride a bike and always drew me silly bears, had been violently snatched from us. I can still see it burned into my memory like a scar. 7 a.m. on a Sunday. I was just eating cereal when the door literally exploded off its hinges. ICE agents swarmed our kitchen, slamming Dad to the floor. They zip-tied his wrists, a heavy knee pressed into his temple. He tried to look at me just once, but they yanked his head back by his hair. Tumha, he choked out. My daughter. Then they dragged him backward, out through our broken door, like he was nothing. I ran after them barefoot, glass cutting my feet with every frantic step. They threw him into a van like cargo, his palm pressed against the window, a desperate final goodbye. That was the last I saw of him. I ran back home screaming at Mom that it made no sense. Dad was a software engineer, a green card holder. This forgery accusation had just materialized out of thin air. That same afternoon, as I sat on our couch, frozen, my feet throbbing and bandaged, Mom walked through that same broken door with Peter. He was the immigration lawyer who would fight for our family. But her hand found his hand too easily. 5 months blurred into a terrifying blink. Suddenly, we lived in Peter's glass tower, a 20th floor mausoleum high above the city. Mom wore designer clothes, her nails always perfectly painted, a stark contrast to how she was with Dad. She started talking about our blessed new beginning, and an engagement ring appeared on her finger like it had always belonged there. She even stopped speaking Spanish at home, muttering, "It's safer that way." Peter settled into our lives disturbingly fast. At breakfast, he'd watch me over his newspaper, a casual, unsettling gaze. "You're transforming into quite the American beauty, Sophia," he'd drawl, stretching out American in a way that made my skin crawl. That week, he enrolled me in an all-white private school. I tried to tell Mom, I tried to make her see that he felt dangerous, but she just laughed, dismissing me as a jealous child. "You just miss having all my attention," she'd say, painting her nails, a ritual she never bothered with for Dad. That Friday after school, Peter cornered me in the kitchen. I was doing homework, innocent, oblivious, when his shadow fell over my textbook. His fingers wrapped around my wrist like a shackle, pressing until the bones ached. Careful about tattling too. Full story video added in below.